I've just screwed up my microphone here though. Hang on one sec. Turning the music off. Nope, that's still going. Happy days. All right. So we are here, mate. Welcome. You just jumped on to join me. I literally only just jumped out of the seasonal that I streamed because it's got that 30-minute delay. It's there's a 3-minute turnaround time. Here we are though, and welcome, mate. Did you catch any of that last stream? Yeah. How'd you feel it went? What do you think went wrong for the Ocelots? I mean, obviously, me sitting here in my comfy armchair, I'm going to talk all fucking day about, you know, what you're doing wrong and what I would do better. No, I'm not that bad. But what do you think went wrong in the Ocelots team? Oh, no. Yeah, and that's interesting, actually, mate. Oh, what have I done here? Sorry, I've got all sorts of shit open here on my stream from previous stuff. I have tried a rapid change over here. We are on Hürtgen Forest here, by the way, folks, and we are playing over Siegfried Line is the center point. I've been desperately trying to get things squared away. So Siegfried is the southern point here. But yeah, on that match of Circle versus Ocelots, one of the areas I think you let yourselves down was actually dominate. You know, between the mansion and that hill area on the south, you never really, you held the hill with 3 tanks at one stage, and they had 1 tank against you and a couple of infantry. And for some reason, you guys weren't able to push from that hill or hold that area. Your 3 tanks died. And you lost the area, and I couldn't understand that. And there was even a point though, mate, where there were 4 Ocelots tanks within like 2 grid squares of each other down that bottom, and those 4 tanks didn't do anything to stop the the circle team pushing in through the front door. All right, so I'm just going to pop over to the main screen here now. I think I've got everything set up okay. What I might end up doing, mate, is changing some stuff here so you can see a different screen, because the one I'm showing you at the moment is not working very well. Give me a sec. No, I don't want to do that, damn it, stupid thing. I want to share my screen. How the hell do I do that without doing that? That's sad. It's not letting me do what I want to do here, but this should be a good one, this match. What do you think of this one? What do you think is going to happen here? Yeah, absolutely. Now, you should be able to see my OBS. Is that correct? All right. Now, for the viewers at home who are watching this, 30-minute delay. This is a friendly practice between Div33 and the Chimera team. I'll just get myself into the right frame of reference here. There we go. So what we've got at the moment for Chimera, they've got a truckload, a half a truck of shenanigans there. There's another half a truck of shenanigans there. They've got supply there. Cheese is the commander, of course. 4 tanks sending in through that way. A couple of trucks there with a few randoms in it. VK, you can expect to see him around the back. Carl Trail being their defensive point. Then they've got that one, let's do something random up the top of the map and see what happens kind of truck going up that way. We know this map is pretty closed off. Down the bottom here, Siegfried Line, of course, a wonderful point to fight over. What did Div33 got? We've got a couple of dudes in a truck there with a whole heap sitting on the top. Another quarter of a truck of shenanigans there. A tank down there, a couple of tanks there with a truck as well. Supply truck, half a truck of shenanigans there. Another truck there, another tank rather. Truck up north. I think they're sending a bit more through Jacob's Barn to the centre of the map. Chimera seem to be sending a fair bit to Siegfried Line. Tell me, mate, what are your favourite bits about this particular map? Yeah, right. I'm just noticing that that's what's wrong here. You're coming through on earphones. We rushed the start of this. Let's try to talk again. Tell me a story.
By him, that's for sure.
All right, now I've finally got you actually being heard. So nobody's been listening to you this entire time, mate. I hadn't had it set up. As I said, we tried to set this up straight away just before the match. So there was a bit of chaos there. So they've heard me talking. Now they can hear you talking. Chimera asked straight into the point. It's I'm not a professional. I've never done any video editing courses or anything like that. I just wing it. Pretty much like my entire career, to be honest. So I seem to be achieving that pretty well. That is a Luke's pounding the shit out of a truck here. But Chimera have got the early mark up here, mate. This building here. Oh, that Luke's is dead.
Wow. Perfect play.
That's beautiful. Early take on the Lukes there. Chimera just... I can't remember what they did last match against Div33. I've only streamed one of them for the Div33 Chimera team. Do you know anything about Div33 at all?
Not a great deal, no. I've watched a few matches before. I haven't really watched them in a 36ers setting though, so actually no, I think I have maybe a couple of times, but it's going to be an interesting game regardless.
Well, what do you understand about the 36ers, mate? I know there's a few folks that are interested in working out what it's about. What do you know about the 36ers? There's two Stewarts coming in here, by the way. Chimera just pushing up this right flank. I love it.
See that P4? P4's playing that road as well, south. So yep.
Let's see what happens here. Well, they got AT here. Osama, great shot Osama is. There's a truck coming in. It looks like there's been some early kill, and we know there's stats up on the board there. Folks can see the kill stats. You won't be able to read them, unfortunately, because you're looking at a tiny screen the way I've got it set up. But there's a Panzer IV now getting smashed in the face. But what do you understand? What do you understand about the 36 and mate? Stuart's fucked, by the way. It's stuck in a hole.
They do have a good side. They're very well structured. I just don't think they have the shooters compared to the Chimera guys. So I think if they're going to lose anything anywhere, it's going to be in Inf and
did you see that,
Chimera. I did. Wow, that was unreal. That's one way to get out of a tough spot.
But what about the 36? Oh, geez, it's going again. Like, who's in that? Oh,
that driver would be hating life.
Gruffy and Peter.
Nice.
They're just trying to work out which way they're facing right now, to be honest. Or they're probably just sitting there laughing their asses off and they can't drive. What do you understand about the 36ers comp? Like, do you know anything about what the actual the competition's about?
Not a great deal, but I know from 36ers versus 49s, it's very what would you say? It's a lot more slow paced compared to the 49s. I feel like infantry on infantry in 36ers is what would you say? Not as slow paced compared to 49s, because obviously you've got those extra players to rely on. But I always find it ends up being like a stalemate over midpoint most of the time.
Yeah, so it's interesting points you make there. We're just going to have a look at, there's a Puma around the back here, and I'm just having a look at what the map position is at the moment for both teams. They've got a line held here, Div33. They've got that Puma around the back there. It's got a couple of the Chimera machine gunners watching it go past down on the road in front. And there's a whole bunch. Actually, they've got 3 machine gunners in a line there. The 36ers comp, I think the main difference you'll find with it, mate, is that the infantry play does slow down a little bit because they space out a bit more. There's more room for you to kind of be a bit more Tarkov-ish, I think, and maneuver around the outside of stuff, which in the 49s, there's always somebody in front of you shooting at you, which is very hell let loose. With the 36s, at least gives them a little bit of space. There's Meatball MVPing as a star in the show. He just got shot in the head. Yeah, the space is a bit more forgiving in the 36ers matches. So therefore, you've got Centurion right now. He's making his way up through there. If this was a 49s match, he would already be getting shot at. But
yeah,
because
he'd be dead by now, surely.
yeah. Although he's a pretty good player, but because there's more space on the field, the map is big for a 36 game, which tends to find that you get a lot more flanky panky going on. Here's cannon fodder. Somehow he's made it through the front door of the defensive line.
Hard to tell from his screen, but is he an SL?
No, he's actually an anti-tanker.
Oh, perfect. That's all right.
So we'll take that, they say. The Panzer IV's at the back here. Or no, they got it. They killed that Panzer IV. There's another one coming in now. He's going to be, if he doesn't get shot here, he's going to be ready because there's a Panzer IV coming in on the right-hand side there. But that's what the 36ers does. It opens up the field a bit more for you to maneuver around. But it also does make it a lot harder to defend because you're always getting flanked by like literally fucking everybody. Cannon's just been picked up through his trouble there, so he's out. Panzer IV's still there. There's an explosion down there. Stewart just went. No, that's a truck. Sorry. Stewart is getting pounded.
Around.
Yeah. The two Stewarts are still there. The one's still probably shaking off the cobwebs. I don't know where it went actually. Don't know where he's gone at all. But Div33 desperately holding on here to its right flank. That Stewart's causing him problems, but that Panzer IV's about to go.
Yeah, this P4's about to clean up that Stewie, but that's alright.
So what happens? What happens from here for the Ocelots for comp stuff? Are you? There he goes. Are you guys doing anything in the HCA, or I can't actually remember? There's so many comps that have been rolling around.
I think a lot of their players are taking a break for a bit, so I think they're going to do a 36ers comp. I'm not too sure what else they're going to do, but a few of us are going to head over to Chimera for the next seasonal, so 49s and 36ers, and we'll have a swack over there.
And of course, mate, you know we've got the what's it called, Vietnam coming out soon. Did you have a look at that?
No, I'm so just inundated with standard Hell Let Loose. I'm not even interested in Vietnam at all.
Right. Did you ever play a game called, I don't know how old you are to be honest, Battlefield Vietnam?
Yes. Yep.
All right. So I remember flying up the deltas with a Huey. I used to love that, and I got in a Huey in Hell Let Loose Vietnam, and didn't realise that you had to go and enable mouse control. And let me tell you, one of the worst things you can ever do is try and fly a fucking helicopter, a Huey, with a keyboard only.
Yeah, I remember playing it at a mate's house way back in the day, and he actually had a proper joystick for flying. It was unreal.
Well, see, I've got the full DCS set up here, mate. I do all of that fancy piloty shit and learn how to fly the planes, and then I'm partially crap at them. And I taught myself how to fly a F-15, an F-15, and an F-18, P-51, and a Spitfire. They're actually more challenging than you might think in a proper simulator. And then the Huey and the Apache I had a little go at one stage. Now, here's a real life fact for you. Not only was I qualified as an electrician on Hueys back in the day, but I've actually flown one in the left seat, which is not the pilot seat.
Wow. That's off to you.
Just a little bit. Fortunately for both myself and the pilot of that Huey at the time, I don't fly it as chaotically as I might have done in the Battlefield Vietnam. We've got a bit of a cap going on here, though. Oh, that was a trade just then. Did you see that? Yeah,
Rotten Bob in the back line. He must have an OP up somewhere in the back.
He just did a trade with one of the players, but they've got a bit of a push here. It's south. Oh no, it's kind of... No, that's north. Where am I looking? Fucking, I'm on the wrong side. There you go. So they've just got a little bit of a front door push here. Div33 left the front door open. I don't know how many of my streams you've watched, mate, but how many times have you heard me say, why are they getting in the front door?
Oh, all the time. I've heard it plenty of times.
So what happens there? What goes wrong?
I don't know. I just think, people just prioritise taking midpoint at that time and just, leave the front door wide open. Happens all the time.
And... like, there is a thing to be said about, if some really good artillery's placed in and maybe a good machine gun firing in or a tank pushes up, it can kill 3 or 4 or 5 infantry all at once, and suddenly your front door defensive team is, a bit screwed. But too many times I see front doors left open for a long time, and there'll be 1 or 2 infantry pushing in there, like, just diddly bopping down the road going, well, I'm fucking just running all the way to the point. Why not?
Yeah, that's it. What's Chimera got in terms of OPs for this next cap?
So they're just trying to set up around the back here by the look of it. I am watching this up here, by the way. Taro has been working up here about trying to get something in from the north, but he's a bit too deep and a bit too far over at the moment. There's usually something infantry-wise running down this creek line here. It's not too bad to get down it.
Yeah, you'll probably find there Satchel players will be heading for those tanks as well. I can see that infantryman just under K. What's he?
It's got Satchel written all over it, that bloke, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Let's go and have a look at him.
Honestly, the smartest way to break those tanks down, because they can sit there all game and not have an issue unless they get P-striked.
But he is getting chased by Slim. Slim obviously threw a flare up at some stage, saw old mate, and he'll probably actually pick him up here. But yeah, those tanks, this is such a good campy spot here. I am genuinely surprised that Div33 didn't get the camp at Siegfried set up early. They did lose that tank real quick on the way in there. Chimera were very quick off the mark, very good attacking team, very good first play team, Chimera. Often.
Oh, look at that. Perfect. Knew he was there. He was chasing him down.
Yep. So for those that are joining us, we've got Jestaz has joined me for a bit of shenanigans, having a bit of a chat about this match. Playing comp, just played in the seasonal. Unfortunately, went down in a 5-0 to Circle. But Circle, I mean, you know, they're a pretty good team, aren't they, mate?
Unreal team. Some of their shooters are just absolutely cracked. So it was a good game, that's for sure.
And I know the Ocelots sort of talk about it, where they knew they were the underdogs the whole way. They're going to give it a red hot go. They're a good honourable team, the Ocelots. They tried right to the end. We do see a few Chimera players actually in Ocelots too, being an Oceanic community that it is. So Chimera get across there and get the practice up.
Yeah, it's good. We have a lot of different clan guys from the OCE come across. Like today, they had some of the Filipino clans filling in for the Ocelot boys. So, and plus they've got the Korean guys from Hürtgen.
So what have we got around? What are the different clans around? Who are they? Where do they come from? From the Oceanic region?
Yeah, so I guess you've got Chimera, as we're watching now. You've got Ocelots, which is just a band of all different clans in OCE that have just come together to have a crack at comp games. And then you've got Hürtgen, who fills in for them as well. And then I'm not too sure of the clan that filled in today for Ocelots, but they're Filipino guys, but they were really nice dudes.
Yeah, great. I had, as you know, I was streaming years ago. I think I started, gosh, it would have been a Big D competition I started streaming. I think it was Just Fierce that asked me if I could possibly do a stream after I'd done some videos for about 12 months. And I went, oh, okay, I'll give it a go. I'd never done it before. And I had a couple of years where I was streaming, and then work got in the way of a good time. I was going away quite a lot. You know, I had a few challenges on there, so I stepped away from streaming for a couple of years. But it is nice to be back. I just sort of throw my hat into the ring wherever I get time and stuff, and it's such a different perspective doing admin cam and actually learning how the battlefields play out. Do you get in admin cam much yourself?
I do all the time, especially prior games. I just like scoping out the areas that we're going to be playing and working off that. But I guess having 3,500 hours in the game, you kind of understand the maps.
3,500. That was in your first year too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was first 6 months.
When did you level up commander and officer? How long did it take you?
Oh god, I think they were probably the first ones I'd leveled up, to be honest.
I was the same. I think it was within 6 months, I'd maxed out both of them. And like I obviously, you know, I have a leadership role in the military, so it's just kind of, you gravitate to what you know, right? But
yep.
there were a number of things that I had in this game where they were maybe level 3 still.
Yeah, that's like even now I've got some classes that aren't even level 10, so definitely 3.5 hours in, but I'm not fully maxed, that's for sure.
What would be your lowest one, do you reckon? What's the one you play the least?
Take a wild guess. What do you reckon?
It has to be, I'm going to say rifleman.
Medic.
Medic? Okay, there you go.
I don't even think I've leveled up past 2 on medic.
Right, I love medic, but sometimes it's just, you don't have the right map. There's a 75 over here on the right. See that? What's going on here?
Yeah, it's going to try and flank that tiger by the look of it, but I think the tiger might have eyes on it, to be honest. Yeah, it does.
A lot of infantry watching that move past. The one that's probably the lowest for me, I'd have to check. What do you reckon my lowest one is?
I'm going to say MG.
No, God, I love the MG. I did a video. It's my best video on YouTube, mate.
Oh no, this tiger's put one into the...
Yeah, it's done. Oh, there's another Panzer IV there, right there. Well camoed. Cannon fodder's on him. Check this out. What's he going to do? He's going for the
tiger my team.
He's got one in the Panzer IV.
Bum.
Yes. How many does it take?
They're panicking.
He's got Rotten Bob helping him here. Oh, they're all out
Yeah,
now.
Should be 3 rockets.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
the
he's
problem
been
is-
taken.
Yeah,
Oh, they
no,
got away with it. Oh, he's died anyway.
The new AT change, yeah, they've taken AT back to 2 rockets now. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so we had 3 rockets for a while, and now with the new update, tanks have got a buff, and they've only given us 2 rockets.
Oh, no. That explains why I had 2 on the Piat the other night. I thought it was just that particular nation, but it's clearly across the board. Back to what I was saying before, my lowest is actually probably sniper.
Oh, that's all right.
This is not a sniper's game. I mean, yes, you can, if you're a good shot and you're smart, you can do pretty well as a sniper. And I think a maximum is 57 kills I've got with a sniper, or maybe even more than that. But it's not my playstyle. Give me an MP40 and send me somewhere. Attack, defense, I don't give a shit. I do tend to play like this guy here. Isini, whatever the fucking hell his name is. Or from Chimera, I play like VK and Pell, people like that. From Ocelots, I play like Repurpose. I love being a squad leader and running around and making plays for the commander. You'll always see me doing all of that all the time. I'm an absolute team player, and I don't even care if I get any kills during the match, as long as I'm doing what the team needs me to do.
Yep, I'll give you that. I've seen you in pub games plenty of times, being a key player.
Hack Orson.
That's it.
Yeah.
Giving the commander the real talk.
And one of the ways you can do that, as a squad leader in particular, if you have a squad, I love helping squads out too, particularly new players. I tend to give them a move marker and an attack marker. And so if you had a look here, for example, and I go, righto, we're on this right flank, we've got to push up, I'd probably put a move marker on the map edge and an attack marker up there. I'd say to my squad, right, you guys just keep pushing that area. And then I might go and try for a different place somewhere, or go build a garrison or whatever, while my squad is just putting the pressure on that area, because that's what the commander needs. It means then you don't have to keep telling your squad, oh, do this, do that, or whatever. You can just give them set and forget almost. There's a good play here from Div33, by the way, mate. There's
a good play, yeah. They're really starting to collapse on Chimera. I think it's the South. The South is doing well, cleaning up to the next point, but the Div33 guys are really starting to collapse on them back to Siegfried.
Pell's just cleaned up one, and then been shot for his trouble. Look at this here. This guy has to be the most patient man ever. I think he's run all the way from up there. Sniper's actually up at Carltrad trying to clean stuff out, and Slimsky's trying to clean him off. Chimera have pushed in. Oh, they got the back garrison here. Cheese has made it, mate. Look at this.
Yeah, this would be good for their red zone guys to start working off that Gary.
Right, so explain for the people like my daughter who lives up in Townsville, who's she's an arena breakout player, so they know nothing about tactics. Yeah, she's probably watching this stream actually. So hello. My question for you there would be, what's the difference between red zone, blue zone squads in a competitive team?
Yeah, so blue zone guys would just be working that line. So having that one line with OPs, working up the map to the next point is super crucial. And then you've got who you got here, low fat, you've got Cooler as a recon, and then Brenger as AT. So they're just going to be playing for tanks, and then also OP wiping and spotting Garys. But you'll also have your red zone guys getting OPs behind the enemy line and putting pressure on the next cap, and they could potentially build a double box Gary and just absolutely whammo the next point.
So Cheese has got a Gary in there, so that's one. There looks like they're actually pushing onto the bunker down here to try to clear that out. So that must be causing them some troubles. And Chimera have made a decision to try and clean this bunker up and try and get the garrison out. I guess, would you suggest that that's because they want to move their tanks down this way? Would we reckon that's what it's all about?
It's a smart play. If they clean up the south and they wipe Div33 out from down there, then they can start pushing north into the next cap without any dramas.
See this here? Get a load of it, mate. That was a precision strike from Cheese on the Tiger and its repair station, and he got it.
Beautiful.
That's what you want in it. And nowadays, and I still keep forgetting to do this, nowadays you can hammer that and take some metal or something from it. You actually you take supplies from the tank carcasses, correct?
Oh yeah, yep, that's right.
So what do you do with, is that like a hammer, or what are you using there?
Yeah, so it's pretty much, I think it's like a wrench, to be honest. I've only done it a couple of times, but yeah, when you break down a tank or a vehicle, a dead vehicle, you get fuel back into the kitty. So
Yeah, handy for the team. What's that looking like now? Let's have a look. So he's got 910 on the board for fuel. So he's got enough at the moment. Here's Mr. Patient all the way around here. He's just about at Siegfried. I wonder if VK will shoot him just before he gets anywhere. He's trying to get in here to get a garrison up, I reckon, and do an attacking
100%.
garrison.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He'd be spotting Garys on their back lines, marking them, and then he'd be working for his own subs to get a garrison up.
Check this out, mate. It's commanders at 20 paces. I think they just took out the supplies. Cheese being patient. He may have been listening to me last stream.
Oh, wow.
Hey, good patience. Well done, Cheese.
Great patience, Cheesy.
That's something I do notice for some of the, and I did actually call that out in the Ocelot Circle game. Wix was in your back lines. I think he was in the second column. And he was patient enough to let T-Reaper run all the way past and just followed him forward and then found a garrison. Ended up getting ripped apart by a Panther at some stage, but then he's come back as an anti-tank and gone in and blown up the garrison with a rocket at about 50 metres. And
Nice.
if he had have shot, and too often, here's a Panzer IV coming in, by the way, too often I see the Oceanic players just wanting the kill. And it's got to be, you got to think bigger than the kill, right?
Yeah, that's it. I think it's just not a lot of them have extensive amount of knowledge with comp games, so I guess they're just playing their own kind of game, really.
How many of the Ocelots do you reckon have actually got the seasoned veterans?
It's hard to put a finger on, to be honest. There's a lot of fill-in players, especially from Chimera and Harangue and stuff like that. You know, they have a good crack and they do well. And especially with some of the veterans that have got in there and given them a hand over the last year. Yeah, it's hard to say, you know. I'd say probably a good 30 to 40% would be veterans.
Yeah. And that's, you know, there's a key point there you made, which is for many of these teams, not just the Ocelots, but some of the other teams as well, they often have, they don't work together that often. They're kind of like, hey, let's just pile up and give it a go. And there's some strats from the squad leaders and the commanders and stuff like that. But a lot of the squaddies don't really, may not have seen that stuff before, or they're not great comp players and they're just learning. You know, they're like me. I'm kind of Mr. Average when I play. I'm pretty good at the leadership stuff, but I'm not that great at the shooting stuff. So if you have me in a squad running around putting bullets at people, then I wouldn't be relying on that if I was a leader.
You know what? As long as you enjoy playing the game, that's all that matters.
That's it, isn't it? That's it. And I think there's... Well, when I tell some people about what I do here with the streaming of competition, you know, and the 49 versus 49, I think if we do the maths on how many teams there are in these comps, there's like 1,000 players or more that are actually involved in these things.
Sure,
and
yeah.
you also have depth in your team, right? So you don't just have your 49 or your 36 on the field. Your team's usually a lot more on the roster, right?
Exactly.
So we might even see, I think someone said the other day, if you've got a 49 team, you might have 100 people actually on your books.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah.
All right, doesn't look like they got anywhere here, Chimera, with Vicario. They're still struggling with that. Let's have another look at the map, see what's going on. Mr. Patient is still around the back here. He's got his OP. He's happy. We've got that Chimera garrison down here. Now there's an airhead coming in, mate.
Yeah, Chimera's still got a really good line of OPs in that blue zone, but yeah, Div33 are doing well just to work them back slowly.
Here's Cheese with his... I talk to Cheese often about what he's doing and how he does it. Look at him. Look at him. He's so patient. He's just having a bit of a brew up.
He doesn't even need to play anywhere near his mid cap or back lines. He knows the boys are taking care of it.
Is he even at the keyboard right now?
He's probably not. He's probably out having a cigarette.
He's got AI doing it for him. Here's the airhead coming in right now, and it's on Cheese. Cheese is trying to defend this. They have seen it though. Is it hard in a tree map to see, in this particular tree map, to see those airheads, mate?
I'd say 100%. Yeah, for sure. But Div33 doing well with having guys in the outskirts listening out for these planes, and obviously the smoke's giving it away as well.
Yeah, they have. They didn't do that well this morning. I did a match this morning for Chimera. I recorded it for them. It was against LC, Legion Condor. And is that their head still there? I think it is. It's still there.
I think it is.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Oh, it's still there. Wow.
Yeah. So what they didn't do, what I've seen some of the teams not do well is So Chimera did this morning. They were putting smoke down after the airhead had already landed, which meant that the enemy could just see it anyway. It was near Pierre's farm from memory, and all they did was grenade it. They just got 2 squad leaders off, mate. So what are they going to do from here? What's going to happen from here?
Well, hopefully they don't give up too much of the ground that they've taken, because I mean that's a lot of bodies to throw at it if they don't get anywhere with it. So hopefully if you can hold the ground on the front lines, and these guys can do something in the back.
Yeah, especially in the 36s, right?
That's right, yeah. And you can see a lot of the Div33 guys are reacting to it now. They're all starting to push towards that airhead.
All right, I'm just writing something in chat here, mate. Trying to tell them about the sound issues I had at the start. There's the commander, he knows, right?
He knows, yeah. He knows that airhead's there.
Is it still there? That's the question.
Oh, and Cheese takes him out. Beautiful.
Oh, rockets
they're
coming
desperate.
in.
They're
Rockets
desperate for
coming
this
in.
airhead.
Look at it. There's a bombing run going in from Cheese as well. See, what he does, he throws the airhead down. He knows generally in comp they're going to see it. He goes, if I can do something good with it, great. But part of the time, it's just a distraction anyway. And this is why. Watch this. What's happening over here? Here's the point. Here's the bombing run. Look at the front of the point here. There's only one Div33 player who just got shot in the face. And the front door's open.
2 SLs. Wow, 2 SLs on the front door too. Is there a garrison there?
I don't think there is. I think that bombing run just took it out.
No,
Is
for Chimera.
No.
There isn't.
No, they've come in off the back garrisons here. There's an airhead mark down here. It's gone, I think. So they must have thrown an airhead down, and VK picked it up while we were watching this other one. But this is the front door, what we were talking about earlier, right?
That's it. Yeah, they need to start stacking this front door, change the pace up, because they know that their guys are in the back lines. So they need to start shifting numbers to the front door and just start pulling in.
Yep. Now, 59 minutes left in the match, so the first 30 gone. It has very much been all Chimera's favour. They took that first point, Siegfried line, real quick. Really got across that river and up into it, smashed out a tank, pushed back Div33 pretty vigorously from being able to attack the point. Div now really haven't got anything anywhere near it. They're actually a grid and a half back. But this here, look at this shenanigans. They've lost their Gary back here, though, Chimera, or the airhead, finally. They've got Gary down here. They've got OPs everywhere. But Div's in trouble, aren't they?
They are, yeah. If I was Chimera, I would be absolutely stacking this front door now with 3 SLs on the front door. Just absolutely start pushing everyone in. I think they've only got, Div33 guys only got 2 OPs.
No garrison on the point. Very little defense on the front door. They are holding somehow. I think that spawn wave up there didn't hurt them. What else have we got going on here? Let's back off a bit. Tank over the back there. Cheese still alive.
Cheese is killing it, mate. Look at him.
The Puma's dead. Someone's picked that Puma up. No, wait, is that a Puma? No. That's a Greyhound. Or a Puma.
No,
is that a Puma? This
That's a
Puma. I was right. I can never tell sometimes. When you're belting around and you fly over something, you're like, oh yeah, oh wait, what is it? I don't know my tanks as well as I would like. I'm a bit rusty from the top down at the moment. Bombing run coming in, no, just... There's tanks at the front door here, though. They've sent a couple of 76s up now, mate. So they've crossed over. What are they going to do with this? I mean...
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a bit of a desperate play, to be honest. They've got no supportive infantry around them at all, and they're about to get swarmed by Div33 guys.
Yeah, I see this happen far too often, where the tanks... Like, I'm all for tanks pushing forward and driving through the enemy lines and causing chaos and shooting garrisons and stuff. I do that myself, and I love it. But what I often find is that the moment they see the first infantry, they stop. And the problem with that is that they literally stop in the enemy's front line, haven't they?
That's it. That's exactly right. So that team, it's just a one-man, it's a one-man medium.
It's hidden in shadows. He's not hidden.
Typical. That's a typical hidden play.
Yeah.
In the old Kermit the Frog tank. Let's go.
What's the difference with that tank compared to the others?
Yeah, so the Jumbo 76, obviously you got the 76 barrel.
Which is here.
That's exactly right, yeah. So that's definitely the meta of the Allies tanks. The only difference, I guess, is the 76 can fight another heavy front on, where the Jumbo 75 can't do that. Its only real purpose is for HE.
Yeah, right. So it's an anti-infantry tank as a result. The points being capped there. There's two. Chimera just dominating all up and down here right now. So there's two 76s here. It looks like the infantry finally got round to supporting these tanks. And they've taken that hill as well. With that, I think that the tanks shelling that hill have really cut up the Div33 players. Chimera also on the point over here, that spawn wave up north there from Div33 pushing in, trying to take it back. Cheese still alive somehow, doing well. They've marked the Gary over the back there, I can see. But Div33, well, 2/3 cap now here, mate. What do they need to do?
Gary, it's halted. It's halted. I think they need to clear that that OP up north where Love Squad is. He's just replaced it, and then you've got the two other OPs there now as well, Charlie and Baker. So once they take care of that, they'll be fine to get back in the point.
They're good
they
now.
just had a big spawn wave.
Yeah, Garrison on the point now. That's going to help them a huge amount. They got enough cleared off that Gary with these guys on our left of screen supporting them. So Chimera just on the back foot again in this area now, as Div33 have got their spawn wave off. Still having one squad leader in the point. There's a tank pushing in as a Panzer 4. Yeah, full send there.
T4's the point.
Right, so they've realised the desperation. Now, have you ever heard me explain the 1 minute rule when it comes to responding?
No.
Okay, I say this in probably 2/3 of my streams. So I want you to imagine you're the commander of this situation over here before, and you know things are going on and the battle's playing around and everything's moving, and then all of a sudden this point starts to get capped, right? So as the commander, you go, oh shit, we're just starting to lose that point. Hey, Alpha Squad, Bravo Squad, I need you to deploy back and defend, please. Or defensive squads, back on defense right now, thanks. So that takes you about 10 seconds to do that, right? Mm-hmm. And then if I'm a squad leader, I'm going, yep, no worries, mate. Hey, squad, need you all to redeploy straight away back to the point. That's going to take you up to another 10 seconds for the team for your squad to hear that, right? So you're up to 20 seconds right now. Now, if every single person in your squad immediately hits the redeploy button, like that doesn't pause at all, it's a 20-second timer because you get the penalty, yeah?
Yep.
So right now we're up to 40 seconds, and the average spawn time for a garrison, 20 seconds. About halfway, right?
Yep.
So we're now up to 1 minute. So from the moment the commander sees something happen that he needs squads to respond to, till the moment that you actually have your squad spawning, on average, is 1 minute.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right? And that's why, like, when you watch that as a streamer and you sit back from a, big brain commander perspective and you're looking at that is how you have to assess your ability to deal with something the enemy's done. Your response time is 1 minute minimum. If you're lucky, it might be a little bit less, but generally speaking, that's the best case scenario. The law of averages tells you it's 1 minute.
Yeah. And thankfully, I guess, in comp matches, you've got a lot of high Q players, so they're already reading the game and how it's going before the commander actually tells them what to do. So I guess that's a bonus of having good players in a team. That's right. So you know when you've got a strong team with high IQ players, as you say there, you might take 10 to 20 seconds off of that timer. That's what you're going to get from that benefit, because they'll see the same threat, the same problem. They'll go, fuck, we're on the defensive squad. So then you don't need that 20 seconds of people telling people what to do, and it's just a 40-second flat redeploy timer followed by a average spawn timer. And you are 100% correct there, mate. And that's so what ends up happening when I watch this is so something like this will happen. That was good. You'll see 3 or 4 players who were the high IQ players spawn in defense, right? And the rest of the squad's still getting told, or they haven't redeployed straight away, or they're too busy killing something or whatever. And so you'll get at about the 40-second mark, maybe the 40 to 50-second mark, you'll get a 3 or 4 spawn in defense, and then about 30 seconds later, you'll get about another 3 or 4. That's right. Yep.
And that's the way it works, because the first mob were like, fuck yeah, we got a problem there, and they action it straight away, and they're like, problem right now. So these guys, although having said that, they already know there's a problem here, so they just keep trying to spawn in, and they just keep dying. That artillery has been absolutely brutal from Cheese on the point, by the way.
Yeah, it looks like Chimera has really done well to collapse on those OPs as well and wipe them. You can see Exiled and Ingrate here, just holding that angle where the OP is. They know where it is. They've just got to get to it. I think once they take that out, they can really start to hammer into the point.
Hell just took out a garrison, I think. Oh no, he just took out an OP at the front there, but he's just pushing that garrison now. Look how many of the Div33 players have had to spawn in. There must be about 20 of them all up working this area right now because they're coming in 3s and 4s and 5s. And it's multiple different players pulling in all the time. So I saw a cluster of 5 just there, and there was another cluster of 4 or 5 over here, plus 3 or 4 on the point already. So there's at least 10 players working this.
And the Div33 guys are doing great at spreading straight away off the OP, not clustering in one spot. That way they can cover more ground and potentially wipe out more people.
Bombs just rolled in on that OP or garrison, whatever it is down below. So that's the OP.
Yeah, that was an OP. Beautiful.
All right, so they've just circled around the back there, and look at all this up here. Cooler, a cannon rather, Cooler and Toos are up there. Cheese has finally died, so I don't know what he's doing now. Commander, see, and you also know when they're taking it serious, the commander rocks up for the team.
Yeah, counting chevrons on the point.
That's exactly right. And there we go. All right, so it's good stuff here anyway. What's happening up this way? Chimera's still in the back lines here, mate. This is this play from before. Do they still got the garrison? Yes, they do. This garrison's been a great garrison, hasn't it?
Yeah, they really need to still wipe those guys out to the east on the bunker, and then once they've got that free room there, that the whole front door can just shift and start pushing down on Jacob's barn.
All right, here's some info for you, mate. You might not be able to read it on the screen that I'm sharing with you, but at the moment the kills are 510 to 319 in Chimera's favour. Tells you a lot about how the match is going, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I kind of had the feeling that Chimera would definitely be topping with the kills, but I mean, great effort from Div33 so far. They've done fantastic holding out Jacob's barn.
Just realised I didn't rip off the circle logo up the top right there before the match. So
I did see that, but I didn't want to say anything.
I go, oh no, tell me straight away, mate, because we rushed. I rushed putting this together because it was straight after the seasonal. That's fine. I've just fixed that now. What do you do if you're the now I've got it in my brain. If you're the Div33 commander, mate, what are you doing right now? This is what you got in front of you here. This is what you got.
I mean, what they're doing is great. I mean, they really need to work out where these guys are spawning from in the back lines and wipe these Garys and then start to push forward again. Because, I mean, that's their biggest headache at the moment. It's just sporadic players everywhere in the back lines, which is making them shift everywhere.
Heinrich's there pushing in on that garrison right now, and he's just picked up Ranger. I reckon they found it finally. It's just down below us somewhere, and they've got a tank. There it is.
Locked out.
There it is right there. Has he seen it?
Yeah. It'll be locked out anyway, so... but yeah, they definitely do want to find it, that's for sure.
So Heinrich has not seen it. He'll see it now. He's just come down the hill and he's gone, oh, garrison. Excellent. So that'll be the end of that. That's the thing they needed to do right now. Now what? They've cleaned that out. What now?
Yeah, that's it. Now they need to start pushing east, re-establish their line, and start pushing Chimera back.
All right, where would you go? Where would you actually put your main thrust? Or is it just a general assault?
Where that Gary's on the south at the battery, I'd be starting to form OP lines heading up to Jacob's barn and just start working east into the Siegfried line again.
Right.
Which I think they'll probably start doing that now anyways.
Yeah, very good. They've still got that garrison up here that was at the start of the match. They're just taking out this northern push. Exile's about to get banged a little there. Tanks rolling around all over the place here. We've got cannon fodder back there working against the commander of the Div33. That Panzer IV on the point there. They got 2 tanks. Okay, see what they've done here. They've gone, all right, we need something strong. And, sorry, I've just got to fix the logo thing going on there. Bam, like that. There we go. When I hit some other stuff, sometimes the because I don't have a stream deck, it wasn't working properly. I had to get rid of it. It means I hit keys and then shit goes bad. So they got 2 Panzer IVs on the point here, mate. They're bunkered down, but both of them have been touched up by, I think, the 76s to shoot down. It's very hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Look, I think a smart play for now would be trying to get a heavy tank up on the hills just across the Siegfried water, so a 76, and wipe these tanks out on the point.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because look here, El Jefe and Tice and Grug are pushing straight in the front door.
Perfect. That's what we need.
No spiders.
Boys.
No spiders will be fornicated with in the making of this play. Let me tell you, we're going to follow that one in, mate. I do love this. You're aware how to do this, yeah?
Yeah. Lock on. Yeah, perfect.
And then you hit the R key and it actually allows you to swivel around and have a look at what's going on around it.
Nice. Hopefully these guys back their tank. I think it's Cooler. Was it Cooler? Someone else?
It's Grug and Tyson Jeffe, and then over to the
Oh,
side
no,
there,
the
Meatball
yeah.
and Cooler. Yeah, we've got Pato in there as well. Shouts to Pato, he's one of my subscribers. Let's see. So it is, look, the full send, it's a Chimera full tank set. Cheese loves doing this in the last 20 minutes. He grabs 2 or 3 tanks and he just says, fuck it, in you go. He's putting a bombing run in, look at that. Combined arms.
Yeah, they're not here to fuck around now. They're going to take this thing.
Everyone cheer for combined arms, which is happening right now. There's supplies dropping as well, so they get their chocolate rations when they get in here. I saw that the other day. It was someone who did all the fighting, killed everything, and then he goes running towards the supplies to grab him, and a grenade that had been thrown like 5 seconds earlier fucking blew him up before he got his chocolate rations. Here we go.
Where are those P4s gone? Have they been blown up, or are they still? They still kicking?
One over there on the right at about the 1 o'clock position. There's another one there just getting shot at the back of the point here. I can see it. Look at that. Just look over the top of the. You know what? I'll fucking get out of
yeah, I can see it. Yeah. He's copping rockets. Pell's giving him rockets.
Yeah, and from someone from up the top there. Scooby was also throwing them in. But they now know there's a tank at the front of the point here. Pell's just cleaning up.
Nice.
Look, the commander's still there. They've killed those guys on the hill there. The 76 is just a little bit nervous that it hasn't got infantry with it, so it's just pulled back enough. Smart play. Osama's going to get one onto this Panzer IV, mate. Look at this. Watch him. If he can.
Osama is an absolute beast with rockets. I reckon he's probably one of OCE's best AT guys, hands down.
I watched him thread a rocket between 2 hedgerows a couple of weeks ago. Look at that. There it is.
Oh, beautiful rocket. Tank's pushing in. This is a bit risky. Rocket to the arse. He's got heaps of infantry on his right.
Yeah, Pato and Cool are going to get... Oh, they've both been killed. Tank takes another one. Is it a 3? It's a 3, isn't it? Yeah,
nah, it's 4 now. 4.
So, there you go. The 76 backs up again. Bombs. Oh, to the face. Do you play much artillery?
Nah. Tanker or infy, that's all I'm doing.
I've played a bit of artillery. Again, I'm old enough that I've had a few careers, and one of them I was a surveyor artillery. So we used to do the surveying like a street surveyor, but actually in a field combat environment. We'd bring data into the center of the battery, gun battery, to be able to give it accurate fire data for fire on target. This is pre-GPS.
Yep.
And there's an argument in the modern communications war that the first thing that's going to disappear is GPS. If you look overseas right now, this GPS spoofing is just commonplace. Chimera, just pushing in the front here, mate, is sort of working with the numbers they've got in the sector. But are they going to be able to crack this? Because that 76 struggled a bit.
You know, they just need more numbers. Once they get more numbers on this front door and back in this tank, they'll start getting somewhere for sure.
They got another Gary up here now.
Is that 2 tanks? 2 tanks on the front door of Jacobs.
Yeah, they've sent a pair of 76s in there now. This is great. This is what Chimera do well, and they practice this. 75. Okay, so he's shot past. He knows he can't hurt the 76, so he shot past to hit the 75, or he was just a bad shot and got lucky. One of the two. Look at all the repairs going on. Everybody's got a blowtorch. It's a blow off right at the back of this tank.
Oh, look, they're capping. I think they're just capping on the sector. Wait, to be honest. Oh no! What a beautiful arty round by Div33. Oh my god! That was lethal. So that leaves that 76 to a gunner now, and same as the
no, it's got a 2.
2 in there.
Because there were 2 engineers and 1 tank repairer. Curler's now respawned. He's coming back in. I think he'll feel that in the next map he plays too. That Panzer IV, is it dead? Yes, it was. It was the one
dead.
they shot before.
Yeah,
so where did the other one go? That was up here. Somewhere. There's one here. It's dead as well.
Wow.
It's a lot of dead Div33 tanks. Actually, you know what? All of them except for this Tiger or Panther, whatever's coming in.
They really need to start. The Chimera need to really start taking advantage of this. They're up on tanks. They really need to start pushing in to capture Jacobs.
Here's another one coming in here,
They'll
mate.
do it, to be honest.
Here's another one coming here right now. Absolutely.
Perfect. Yeah, this is a good play.
Do that. Let's do that. All right. So they are getting the cap now, and I think that is partly. Look at this. They've got it. They'll take this 4-1 now.
That's it. That's all they needed. Was just some more bodies on the front door.
And they've done that. And I don't think there's anything much in the way of garrisons or anything around here now. Yeah, it's all gone. There's a bombing run coming in though from Div33. It's not going to be enough though because it's missing the back of the point. We can have a look at some stats in a sec. I'll wait for that bombing run to go through and have a look at some different stats. Actually, we can have a quick look at one of them though, not that one. No melee kills yet. Here's the bombing run coming in. Hopefully everyone's buttoned up in the tanks. But Chimera have got the point now. Div33 just unable to hold against a vigorous attack, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, they've done. Look how fantastic they've done this whole time in holding that point out. And it's just now that Chimera shifted numbers to the front door, and they've got 2 tanks knocking on the front door. That's why they've taken it.
Yeah, a third tank pushing around as well. Div33 have got that one tank trying to come back and help. This tank here is in a bad position for Div33 because that tank there is going to get flanked by them. The Jacob's about to fall to Chimera. I don't think there's much. What have they got on the next point? Nothing in there yet, but they've got that good forward staging garrison for the next attack. So Chimera here with a nice little 4 take, and they are well positioned for this 36 comp, aren't they?
Oh, they are. That was great. That was great. Once they worked out, hey, we need to start shifting numbers here, or we have the upper advantage. Yeah, they really started to take Jacobs, which is great.
All right, so the anti-tank kills have all gone into Div's favour. We've got the 5 anti-tank kills, 5 people from Div that are the better anti-tankers in this one, but that's because Chimera have had the more tanks and the chances to do their thing. What else have we got here? We've got the armour kills. Look, it's looking pretty even there, to be fair, but the proof's in the pudding here with the overall, though. They are up a couple of hundred here, Chimera.
Yeah, that's good. They've really started to work that line as well. They're really shifting the numbers out wide, north and south. So it should be a good push onto the next point.
Boots is over here somewhere, just about to find the garrison up here. They both walk straight past it. That's amazing. Check this out. There's a garrison in between these 2 players somewhere. There it is, right here. Look,
yeah, we can't even see it.
It's a good garrison.
Wow, yeah, that would have lit up for sure.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. Bomb wave.
1, 2.
I don't think they know.
No, nobody knows anything. Everyone is Jon Snow out here. All right, across we go. Supplies going in there. Div33 way on the back foot now. The Chimera tanks now will just hold. Look at this. We've got something hammering that tank. Yeah, look at that. Boom, takes another one to the face. It's alive still. Got a repair? Nope.
It's got one more left in it, I think.
Watching closely. Oh, it's still alive. 75 must be hitting it.
No, I think it's a 76.
So how many does it take for a 76 or a 75? There it is.
There you go. 3. 3 on the dome. See you later.
That's absolutely not ideal for Div33 at all.
No, not good. I think that was their only heavy they had on the board too.
Yeah, they got another one here, but it's only a Panzer IV. Nothing else out there. I wonder what their fuel looks like. It can't be great because they've bled tanks in the last however long.
Chimera sitting on 1.6k for fuel. They're doing well.
Yeah. It gets a little bit harder for them now. Oh god, there's something else just blew up down here. That's the Panzer IV.
Wow, unreal.
Chimera just ripping them apart. The trouble for Chimera, of course, if Div33 get their shit together, is it's a long way to go on this map with the tank to get back into the fight, isn't it?
It is, yeah. 100%. So many ups and downs, trees to miss. It's a big mission to get a tank back to where they are now.
Absolutely. All right, back down this way, Ranger here. Just hide behind a tree. See, what's he up to? Just chilling? Seeing if anything runs around. Here he goes. What's he looking for? He'll be looking for Garrison. Oh, he's getting shot at. Oh, he's down.
He's gone.
Dreamer's curse.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, but look at the dominance.
Caster's curse.
Yeah, look at the dominance there. Chimera just all over that area now, and they're just picking them off as they go in. Those 2 tanks on Jacobs, that Div33 aren't going to crack that anytime soon. Something else smashing into this area here. I think that's artillery actually.
Look at Chimera's push from the north. Their wrap around the back of this point is
and there
crazy.
it goes, starting to pop right now. And the moment this happened, the Div33 players have to fold back onto the point to try and work out what's wrong and how to clear it out because they're getting shot in the back. And the moment they do that, the stuff at Jacobs Barn's just going to push down the hill even further in it.
That's it. That's exactly right.
So how do you personally, if this was happening to you right now, how do you stop it? Oh, cool it with the flamethrower!
Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit hard at this point. Like, you're pretty much surrounded on all angles.
Did you see Hürtgen just then?
I didn't, no.
He just put a rocket into a spawn wave and a spawn point, brutally killed about 4 of them. You can see, like, I reckon we could build about
everywhere.
like we could build about 4 humans out of that. I reckon.
Nice. Good rocket.
It was a very good one. I think he might have waited for that too, and I think it's GG's 5-0.
Yeah, it's looking like it. They're all spawning out of their middle spawn.
Cool of flamethrowing in the bunker. There's nothing left in there. Rocket in there as well from Gruffy, just to make sure. And see, look at this. As they peel back towards the point, Chimera just walking down the hill now, straight into it.
Yeah, I think remember that Gary you mentioned before in the red zone. I think that's what's done in the favour. That one right there.
Yeah. And look at this.
Yeah, it's coming in as well.
There it is. We were due. Took a while. Almost 50% capture in the last point. Look at them. See, as they come down the hill, they're just getting shot in the back. And the front, there's just nothing. It's just nothing there as well.
That's a GG.
Here's the tanks pushing in now. They'll have to be careful here, Chimera, if they don't muff it up with those tanks. Because if they stuff up those tanks, look at the shots going in from the fence ball. They stuff up with those tanks, then yeah, no, it's all over, isn't it? Look on the screen and tell me how much Div33 you see right now.
3 players, yeah.
Plus the Panther 4.
Point.
Dude, the Panther 4's got a satchel. Yep.
Beautiful.
Cannon fodder. There you go, cannon fodder. I did see it. There she goes.
And that's it. That's all she wrote.
All done. Well, there you go, mate. A pretty comprehensive 36s from the Chimera team there. On a tough map, though.
It is, yeah. It's a tough map. But you know what? They definitely made a statement, that's for sure.
No, I have seen them just improving, particularly with their tanking. There was some of that drive into the enemy's lines and park there kind of stuff going on early on. Chimera have certainly most of the time learnt from that. And so you got a 5-0 right now. Put the old music back on there in the background. We'll give that to, I don't know. Oh, Mario. There you go.
Easy. Mario.
Too late. I always comment on Mario's tanking. He's probably, like me, one of the most random tankers you've ever seen. Driving all over the place. But looking at the numbers there, mate, I like to get everyone to have a look at the individual numbers.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, players will start dropping and squads are out of it. Any comments on that match, though?
Nah, so it was a great game. Pretty much exactly how I knew it would go, and Chimera sealed the deal with a 5-0. And although Div33 did do fantastic in holding Jacobs, I think it was just a matter of time before Chimera shifted numbers to the front door, and that was all she wrote.
Those 2 tanks coming in that front door as well, with that infantry push supporting them, it's hard to stop that. All right, mate, it's been a pleasure to have you with us. Thanks for reaching out. I do kind of just get fixated on getting shit done with these streams, and it was very great. I'm very grateful that you were able to join me. It's always more entertaining when you've got 2 people talking about stuff rather than just me yapping at the screen. So thanks very much for joining me.
Not a problem, mate. Thanks for having me, and it's good to have you back streaming, Knobs.
Enjoying it. All right, ladies and gents, that'll do me for tonight. If there's a raid on, we'll go find it. Otherwise, go and blow shit up with grenades. Have a good night. Chat soon. Goodbye for now.
See you guys.